Hi guys, my name is Lara. In this video, I'm going to challenge something that you have probably heard a million times before, that you should think positive thoughts, stay optimistic no matter what, and visualize success to make it happen. There are two types of positive thinkers. One who uses positivity to make themselves feel better and comfortable about their life choices, about their poor life choices, by the way, and the other who uses positivity to make themselves go even further. And the first one is the average population, the 99 percentile, and this one is the top 1% who uses it to further advantage and not to get in the comfort zone and think that they can achieve anything they want. Now, the difference between these two is that the 1% uses both the positivity and negativity in a balanced sense to make themselves go even further. And you need both of them if you want to go further in life. Now, what the 99 percentile does is that they will take the idea of visualization, positive thinking, meditation, put it all together, and then do it. They'll think that if I think positive thoughts, if I visualize positive things and success, then success will come my way. That is not how it works. You have to go through trials and tribulation, obstacles, and that's how you get to becoming successful. And even then, it's not certain. And that not certain part is what they don't want. They don't want to risk it. I want to be sure if I'm going this way that it's going to be success. It's going to give me success. That's what they don't want. They want instant success. They want everything to work out instantly. They read about it in self-help books on YouTube and watch videos. If it's not working out, they watch video, discuss with friends. It's not working out. Well, you have to build character. You have to be the person who can in order to reach the level that you want to reach. If the future you is right here and you are right here, to go there, you need to fill in the gap. And you can only fill in the gap by overcoming obstacles. You only increase your level in any game or even in real life by overcoming obstacles, by getting better. And that's how you do it. But they don't want that. They want everything to go smoothly and everything to work out in a way that it works out in movies. And not even in movies, it works out perfectly. It goes slow and there's dramatic scenes. They don't want that. We don't see the dramatic scenes where they fell off or something happens. We see success. We see the end result and we want that. But it's just not how it works. Do you ever wonder why everyone tells us to think positive thoughts? From productivity gurus to manifestation gurus telling us that if you think positive thoughts and visualize success, it will be yours. People buy into it because they're desperate and they think that if it worked out for other people, it will work out for me as well. They buy self-help books, courses based on this. Different techniques are out there and they get it. They use it, they try it to see if it will work for them. But it doesn't. And they are going in circles searching for this thing to work out for them. But what they need to realize is that success comes from going through obstacles and hard work and facing the hard reality of life. The top 1% is able to succeed because they know that this is the path, that if they go through quick success, it's not going to be permanent. Even if it happens for them, it's not going to be permanent. What's going to be permanent is when you go slow, when you struggle, when you make consistent developments and you adapt to changes, you improve. Day by day, you introspect. What am I doing wrong today? What did I do right today? What did I do right yesterday? How can I improve my tomorrow? These are the sorts of questions we need to ask. So if you take an example of Napoleon, where he went invading Russia in 1812, he was at his heights of success. He was confident. He thought that destiny was with him, and he can crush any enemy who came his way. And so he ignored his advisors, who told him not to go there because the winters were hard there, and they didn't know how they're going to supply of all like the food and etc. But he still went there. He was persistent. He was determined that it's going to work out. He was confident, and he didn't listen to the advisors. And what happened? Doom. He was at his peak when he went there, and he was down when he came back. And since invading Russia, his downfall began. Now, I'm not telling you to think negative thoughts and become negative. No, I'm telling you to use it for your advantage. Use challenges for your advantage. Move ahead. Obstacles are going to be there. Be prepared for them. It's not going to work out at the start. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yes. That's going to happen. And be prepared for that. Don't think that there's going to be instant success. No. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't happen with anyone. Maybe you'll get beginner's luck, but you have to go on trying and believing in yourself and your ability that you can do it too. That if you stay consistent, you can do it too. There are also two types of negative thinkers. One, the 99th percentile, where actually it just happens to them. When there's negative thoughts, they will take it personally. They will connect with them. They will self-criticize, self-loathe, victimize themselves, and think that those thoughts are true. Whereas there is the top 1%, which will use the negative thoughts for their advantage. They will use it to pump themselves to go further and further in life. And what the difference is that one is using it to harm them, and the other is using to benefit from it. And we can take an example of the legend Miyamoto Musashi. He was the greatest samurai. Okay, and he had reputation, good reputation. He had fame. His opponents feared him. And then he had won 60 battles, 60 duels one-on-one. And he had won all of them. He was undefeated. And then there was Sekiro Kojiro, yeah. And he was the opposite of Musashi. Well, he was also a top master, but he was arrogant, flashy. He wanted to stand out. He wanted to be respected by everyone. He thought that he was invincible. And so when Musashi and Kojiro did duel, what happened was that Kojiro arrived on time, and Musashi arrived 3 hours late. Musashi was rowing his boat slowly. He made his wooden sword from the boat oar, and he made it slightly longer than Kojiro's sword, which is Odachi, and it's like a really long sword. So Musashi's sword was slightly longer than Kojiro's, and when Musashi arrived, Kojiro took it as an insult. That, oh my god, he arrived late, and he has a wooden sword. He took it as a taunt. Okay, he took it as an insult, and then what he did, he threw away his scabbard, and was like, and throwing away means that one of us is gonna die here. And when he did that, he gave away that he was spiraling, that he took that disrespect in his soul, and his ego was hurt. And so Musashi already had an upper hand because of that. So when Kojiro did his famous turning swallow cut, he missed Musashi by a few inches. And then Musashi, when he swung his sword, his reach was slightly longer, so it reached Kojiro and it killed him. What this tells us is that never take your opponent as easy, even if you're the top master. Okay, you have to know and be adaptive. You need to understand not to make yourself feel comfortable and be in the comfort zone. This is like the top players we're talking about. Musashi and Kojiro. Kojiro was the top master also. Okay, he was not like a simple like a noob or something. He was top players, and so he himself got into this thing of positive thinking, this comfort zone, thinking that I'm invincible, nothing can happen. No, I can deal with it. I have adachi, I have skills. But what Musashi had was adaptability. He knew what to do. He knew that if he arrived late and with his wooden sword, guys, his wooden sword, and he killed him. He won 60 battles. And I think that was his last battle, his last duel. You need to understand when to stop. You need to be very much aware. Self-introspect. You need to introspect yourself, okay? To gain an upper hand. And that is why it is important to maintain a balance between the two. Do you know what people misunderstand about negative thinking? It's that negative thinking is doubting yourself, expecting failure. That's not the kind I'm talking about. The kind I'm talking about is not letting success get to you in a way that you will feel comfortable. You'll get comfortable or feel like you have arrived and that everything's going to be in a ripple effect. Everything's going to go 2x. No. When you think negative thoughts, it's to challenge yourself, go even further. Like how Michael Jordan used it. He used that against whatever someone said, that he used it to go even further. And how Kobe Bryant did. He was famous, fame, everything, reputation. He had won championships. He was respected, and still he had a very strict schedule. He was praised by others for his schedule and for his dedicatedness, the way he was dedicated to the game, and how even a small thing, he would, if there's something missing, he would think that, okay, how can I do it better? Even when he was in business, he thought, I want people who can go further, who don't want to stay in the comfort, who want to go ahead, who want to go even further than where they are. They want to aim higher. He was that kind of a person. He played and he practiced as if someone was going to take his spot. And we know no one could take his spot. He worked really hard. If you have seen video where this person tries to do like a throw ball at him, like gonna fake it, like he doesn't even flinch. He's so set and ready. If you take NVIDIA and Intel example, NVIDIA was not where it is now. Intel was the main guy, but Intel was in the comfort zone. It was not expanding, it was not adapting. What NVIDIA did was it adapted, and it went even further and further and further. And it's not like it happened overnight. If you listen or read the book called the NVIDIA way. I don't know who it's by, but anyway, if you read, you will know the intensity that was there in their company, and you would agree that they deserve to be there. They have worked hard to get there. So, in closing of this video, what I want to say is that to think negatively is to push yourself even further, to not let tiny success make you feel like you have arrived, that you're gonna do it, you're at the top of the world. No. If you are here and you want to go here, then you make slight up, and then you're like, oh, I'm happy, I'm making success, I'm making progress. No, what you're gonna do is just go up, 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 up. No, don't go down by thinking I'm gonna do it, I'm doing it. And when you do that, when you let success make you feel comfortable, you'll go down. You'll be like, oh, I can just watch a video, I can play a game, I got this, I can do this. No. When you do that, there's a ripple effect of downward spiral. And that's how you stay stuck in your life loop.